Hi, I'm Mr. Twitch Thrust, and I'm going to argue that PPP loans aren't the same thing as student debt relief. My main point is statistically, PPP loans kept more people employed during COVID-19. This reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, Psalm chapter 37 verse 21. The wicked borrows but does not pay back, but the righteous is generous and gives. An example of this is how these kids got loans without a care in the world about how it causes inflation as well as robs the taxpayers. I've personally experienced this where we all are ruled by the rich and enslaved by lenders. So in conclusion, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7. For his indictments, Trump must go to jail. Since he's guilty and will be convicted. It reminds me of a halo so frail. While his arrow-tipped tail gets more twisted. Lawsuits and feuds, his screw-ups and slander. So wildly his disputes will show his guilt. To his cult, his martyrdom will pander. With all the self-pity his rage has built. Then the media airs his childishness. As he's such a pathetic narcissist. That he doesn't even need to confess. He's too much of a bloated egoist. So let him keep blaming the Democrats. While the mice are delivered by the cats. Above a fireplace, there is a lazy elf and a tired shelf. They were having a problem. The shelf said to the elf, "Why do you have to sit on me every Christmas season?" "Because that's where the giant woman puts me," replied the elf. The elf falling into the fireplace solves the problem. The moral of the story, the elf is a lazy liberal relying on a hardworking conservative shelf that already holds enough weight all year round. Lame, same, aim, shame, rile, while, bile, style, pain, drain, bane, wane, mad, glad. It was so landowners could produce heirs, boys to be farmers and girls to be mayors. I'm sure we all have listened to the claims. It's about guns and child mortality. They like to make their own reality. Every time you hear a child has been maimed, the left's narrative is always the same. It can't be our moral depravity. It can't be how blue is every city. No, it's got to be the gun that's to blame. Most childhood deaths are shortly after birth. But gun grabbers mostly focus on teens. It isn't much to them an infant's worth. They don't care if they're blown to smithereens. It's teenagers who matter on this earth. Maybe because they're the future drag queens. You'll see him out there in the scorching sun. While everyone is trying to have fun. He's out there complaining, wait. No, preaching. A sermon so rare thought to be well done. Some of them are comparing the screeching. While others are there simply beseeching him to stop being a tree with bad fruits. He's an ill-trained shepherd falsely teaching. God doesn't care about your bathing suits. Because he created your attributes. It makes no sense to call bodies a sin. It's not the woman he justly imputes. It's the men seen chasing after the skin. So we must take the Bible off the spin. Maybe it's competence contrived, or it's the gentleman deprived. By Butch Dolts, the gents are known to reuse plates. Since we're gonna have these debates, you Butch clown, the gent and Butch will often clash. When it comes to who should get trash. The Butch wife, you'll never hear the Butch confess. To who it is who makes the mess. The Butch bleep, gents will control the ones they make. While the Butch will cause an earthquake. The Butch fault. The law will target your neighbor, cause we need more prison labor. Let's talk about students, the ones especially smart. Don't move them out of place. They're children, not mutants. They still have a young heart. They deserve a child's space.